We are underway already with solos number 1 in the BSBL Junior Series VRA World Cup 30,000. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Just ever so slightly late. In fact, the graphics are still loading as my PC doesn't really want to cooperate today. But I'm sure it'll load eventually. Before they weren't even cars. In fact, that one's still not a car. That one doesn't have a body. Who is this? This is Drift the Clown right now. He is not driving anything. In fact, he's actually headless. All he's got is, it looks like maybe the axles of the wheels. That
And
seems to
that's
be about
really
it.
impressive.
That is impressive. And also, welcome to the guest commentator today, Null Mighty. He will be joining us for the Junior Series races. This is the normal format, so we're not going to be just stuck at 3 tracks. We'll be able to go to any track we want. And as of this race, Celestial Road now, you can pick Celestial Road, but we can only run it a maximum of 1 time per race day. Pretty much the same as Canal. So we'll see if those drivers decide to pick that. But again, sorry about the graphics. Let's see if I can maybe fix that in any way. Nope, it's just going to have to wait for, for them to go in. So apologize not having the schemes up or even like the car. Oh, wait, hold on. There we go. Drift's got a car now. That's nice. It's got the wheel colors. We're making some progress. I hope
Just ever so slightly, it's coming together.
it is coming together. I don't know why my PC is being like this. Sometimes it's really slow. Sometimes it loads pretty much instantaneously. Oh, no. It crashed. Okay, well, we're going to have to take a moment. Roblox just decided to kill itself. Literally got a crash warning. So we are going to stand by really quickly. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I'll turn off the music here. So everybody, please stand by while I ever so slowly try to get back into Roblox. I literally had a crash warning that came up.
Yeah, F in the chat for Mighty's PC right now.
So we may miss solos 1. Apologies for that. I am at the mercy of my PC. So currently loading back in. We might be able to get to the end in time. Depends how fast it wants to move. I just closed an application, so hopefully it'll move by a bit slower. Even the stream is lagging for some reason. That's interesting. Is it smooth on your guys' end? Noel is indeed not the better brother.
What? No, whoever said that, they are right. I am totally the better brother.
Nope, don't think so. All right, now I'm loading back in. Hopefully it doesn't crash this time. Apologies for the wait. Just going to have to sit on the standby screen for a little bit. All right, we're loading back in. Looks like it's actually going really quickly. We might actually be able to catch it. All right, Thunder now has won the race. Let me take off the standby screen. Thunder now has won. Let's get the results. If I get rid of this tab, but it won't do it. So there's the results. Thunder now, Prophecy, Let's Go, God's Account, No Miles, Monster Jam, Minty, Why I Hack So Much, G-Man, and Drift the Clown will get 10th and not get points this race.
What a race, by the way. Great racing. I thought they were all clean till the end. Good job to Thunder now.
They definitely were clean. I totally saw the finish. We didn't totally miss the first race of
Oh,
the
absolutely.
day.
That was a great finish.
It was. Did you guys enjoy it? I'm sure you guys enjoyed the finish. Looks like the graphics are loaded in much faster. For some reason, this doesn't even want to cooperate. We'll eventually get this going properly. The graphics are loaded in much faster, and now we will prepare ourselves for solos number 2. And the first win of the day goes to Thunder and Now, which I believe is that a society driver? Need to confirm with that. Is that a society driver? Thunder and Now? Let me see if I can just confirm that.
Thunder now is a Microsoft driver.
Microsoft. Okay, I was close. It was green. It was green. So Microsoft is going to claim the victory in solos number 1 of the day in the normal format. Gets it done at Phoenix. I'm sorry, Darlington. Both very similar tracks. All right. I think we're starting to cook here. I've seen some schemes that are popping up. Yeah, all right, my graphics are starting to slowly load back in. So apologies for that. I hope all you guys can hear us still. Yes, you can. All right, very nice. Very, very nice. Microsoft, thank you for the confirmation, Sonic. 7-stream streak for Mr. Over. Very nice. All right, well, now we're back in here properly. Graphics are all loaded in. Cars are getting set to get underway with solos number 2. I'd like to take this moment while I still have a moment and nothing's going wrong. I talk about today's sponsor. This is the VRA World Cup 30,000. This is sponsored by BSBL's own NTR and also Pancake. Thanks for them for sponsoring the Junior Series weekend. The VRA World Cup is an annual row racing event that traditionally spans over 1 week, with races being held on weekdays following Boxing Day. The first World Cup was held back all the way in December of 2022. I believe that's right around when I joined BSBL. Meaning that this will be the 3rd World Cup hosted by VRA. Here, the teams are made up of nations, states, and regions, so you can sign yourself up to represent your country or state. The schedule consists of circuits from around the world, including the Las Vegas Street Circuit, Sandown International, the Nürburgring GP, and Bergen Street Circuit. The cars are Gen 6, built on specialized and incredibly dynamic chassis, which will have brake turn physics, tire compound strategy, range physics, and a drag reduction system, and much more. Thanks for them for sponsoring this weekend's racing. Let me get their invite link into the chat, so if any of you are interested in joining, it's sort of like the BSBL Olympics that we had, except VRA is going to be doing it, and they've been doing it since 2022. So there's an invite link to their server if anyone's interested. And we are already green flag. Got through the first portion of this track. Now going over the ramps. Null, 10 drivers.
If you could stream your POV, actually.
Oh, that would really help.
That.
Sorry,
No worries.
Roblox crashed, and Null is pretty much blind. So there you go. Null's got some vision now. And I think we're all set. I think I've covered everything. And let's get back to the racing action here. Prophecy to the lead for Volvo Jr. Now side by side with him and G-Man. Hypeblocks also with a run for Microsoft. They're going to try and go back-to-back for wins and sweep the first 2 solos races. Oh, contact with him and Prophecy. That's going to take, I believe, Earnhardt to the front. That's Napa driver. Intimidator.
All right, they're all going left or they're all going right here?
I think we're going left this time. Oh, one car goes to the right. Driver. Only one car. That's Prophecy for Volvo Jr. He's going to go to the right and be the only driver. Oh, we have a really late starter. Wait, don't we have 10? Don't we have 10 cars? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, we don't. The 10th car is the Society. That is going to be the 007 of Sword. He is a very late starter. I don't think he can catch up. I think it's
going to be really close. Yeah,
that's not going to help him either.
That's not going to help him at all.
So it looks like Society is going to have some, as I experience some lag. I really hope that's not Roblox crashing. Oh, okay, we're back. So Society is going to have a very rough time. So is the stream lagging? Roblox is lagging on my end, but is everything all right? Everything is laggy. Graphics should be alright. I'll turn down the graphics. Maybe it's just like killing it. Oh, wait.
I think that made it worse, actually.
Intimidator was floating in the air for a second. Okay, guys, is this better? Is the stream better? Let me see on my end and see how bad it is. I'm getting green lights on my end. Bitrate's a little over.
I think it may be on the Roblox end, because whenever it lags on Roblox, it also kind of like lags the stream, which leads me to believe that I think it's the application.
Very well might be, but let me know if this is better, guys. Everything, I got green lights on my end, so I think it might be just Roblox wanting to kill itself for some reason. Ooh, contact with Fox in the Intimidator. Fox goes upside down.
Yeah, he's slowing down. I think he's going to give him the spot back.
Yeah, I don't think he meant to do that. But we've merged back in the one lane. Prophecy is now back with the pack after being the lone car all the way to the right. Sword is trying to catch up, but it looks like, again, still not going to be able to make it in time. 4 wide for third. Genius Puppy and Hypeblocks leading the field. as we approach the end of this race. All right, who do you think's gonna get? Who do you think's gonna get it, Noel?
You know what? I'm actually going to give it to the driver who didn't go in the left lane. I'm gonna give it to Prophecy. I thought that was a smart move, staying out of trouble, just going by himself. I think he's gonna play this smart. I think he's gonna get the win here.
I think Prophecy has the win in the bag. He's in a pretty good position, laying back, not being up towards the front where he can be overtaken by everybody with the draft. Let's go further towards the front. Some drivers that are being a little more aggressive. Silly Goose in the 20 for United Autosport, trying to fend off the Skoda VD. VD with a run. Now it's G-Man. Wally West also with a run. Genius Puppy also with a... Everybody's got runs now. It could be anybody's race. VD currently holds the lead, but here comes Prophecy to the lead. 3 wide with him and Genius Puppy side by side for the win. It's going to be a photo finish. G-Man gets it all the way to the left side. Goes all the way to the left.
Man.
He went all the way to the left, avoided making any contact, and the Mercedes owner is going to get a win. Prophecy, your pick, comes up just short in second. Third, Hype Blocks. Fourth, VD. Fifth, Silly Goose. Sixth, Earnhardt. Seventh, Wally West. Eighth, Genius Puppy. And Fox, last points paying position. And Tadley Sword was unable to catch up in time.
And if you take G-Man out of the occasion, second and third tied. Same time, with that tiebreaker going to Prophecy for second.
That was an incredibly close finish. Very, very close finish. Let me just make sure everything is all right here. 3, 4, 5.
The stream looks like it got a little better at the end of that race.
Okay, well that's good to hear. What even is this? Pats.
I don't know what it is, but I love it.
Yeah, I also like it. I think we should make this a permanent fixture.
Absolutely.
You guys like the Nyan Cat. How do you like this?
Honestly, this should be a permanent feature in the game, honestly. Someone needs to talk to Gage and just have them add that at the start-finish line.
I like this. I don't know what it is, Crabats, but I like it. All right, let me see if I can turn up the graphics now. It looks like the lag has gone down quite a bit. As we prepare for Duos 1A, again, we're in the normal format. So not alternate, not crazy, just typical BSBL racing. We'll have Duos 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, and then we'll have the last Solos race to wrap up the Junior Series weekend. In this Duos race, however, we have Volvo Junior, Squid Force, United Autosports, Napa, and Skoda Motorsports. Okay, well, they did not fix the lighting. It is pitch black still. I thought they said they fixed the lighting. Apparently not.
Well, I guess they fixed it as much as they could have, but doesn't seem like so.
We got Drift Stick for Pigment. NASCAR, not Napa. Virgin for Volvo, along with
nice looking Red Bull scheme.
That's Bloxy Boy. The 666. My God's account in the 7, Napa. UPNC. Great day yesterday. Try and continue that momentum for United Autosports. Genius Puppy for Pigment. Monster Jam in the Skoda 76. Ryan Rocks, which should be the other United Autosports driver. And that will round out all 10 drivers. Looks like we have them all. Should have a countdown momentarily. There it is, 15-second countdown. Still incredibly dark. I hope you guys can somewhat see what's happening on the stream. It looks a little brighter on the stream than it does for me. So,
yeah, I've said this. I said this before. It varies depending on what monitor you have.
And we're off. Big start for VD. He will lead the field to the green as we prepare to enter the underwater tube, as I like to call it. Skoda 1-2, but here comes Pigment and United Autosports and pretty much the entire pack behind them. Skoda currently still leads, Monster Jam fan. My God's account for Napa running right behind him.
Yeah, one of the pros of this map, Mighty, is since you're in a tube, you can't fly out of the map. You can go up the pipe, down either the left or the right pipe, and then it just goes right back down. There's nowhere you can fly out into the ocean, thankfully.
Yeah, the only way that you can fly off this map is at the very, very start, and that is pretty inconsequential since this map is lawn and you can just respawn your car. So, not really, don't have to worry about flying off. Just have to worry about cars going back down on the track like that and making contact. The 3 goes up around. And he'll
Yeah,
go
I mean,
to
you
the
gotta
rear.
be so careful when you're coming down the banking like that. I mean, you can try to go back down softly, but I mean, your car just rams straight off of it.
That's the main thing you have to avoid in this map.
Also, another cool thing about this map is you can perfect a tandem. You can perfect a train actually a lot easier. You can just go up right where Monster Jam is right now, kind of like on that curbing. You kind of stay there. Your car gets kind of like balanced out, and you don't require any steering. You can just kind of drive straight through the field.
Thank you, Mr. Overt, for the follow for, I believe, the 50th time. Appreciate your support. It's impressive that you can follow over and over again. Stroll the window liquor. Hey, Mighty, sorry that I made you uncomfortable yesterday. Let's play a game. Would you go bald for a €5 donation? I mean, it's kind of a low amount, not gonna lie.
Hey, I mean, €5 is €5.
It is €5. What can you actually buy with €5? And here come all the fake follows.
Yeah, I think it's like 5 or 6 in USD.
How much is it? 5 or 6? I'm gonna do that real quick. Hold on. How much is €5 in US
I want to say it's
dollars?
6 USD.
It is $5.36 in USD. So $5. What could I buy with $5? I could buy
You could buy a king size Kit Kat bar, honestly.
I could. So do I want to go bald for a Kit Kat bar? I could buy a bag of chips. I could probably buy a hot dog. I could buy chips. I could buy, as you said, a giant Kit Kat bar. What else can you buy for $5? Think you can buy like maybe like 500 Robux?
Or
Maybe.
just say you could buy a Game Pass.
I could buy a Game Pass, yeah. It's pretty, I know I'm going to have to pass on that offer. Maybe if it's a little higher, maybe I would go bald for it. But,
Oh, you could buy Takis. You could buy Takis for $5.
I could buy Takis, that's true. You can put money into BSBL. I could do that. I could go bald for $5. But I think I'll pass for the time being. Thank you for the offer, though.
You know what? I feel like during Christmas you should do a charity stream, and if you reach a certain goal, that's when you shave.
That is a very slippery slope. I've learned something. I've learned something over the years. If you try to challenge the internet to do something, the internet wins 9 out of 10 times. It just does. If you challenge the internet to do something with a reward or a price to be paid for you at the end of the day, the internet is going to win. It just does. Sometimes it looks extremely unlikely, but they still do somehow. So honestly, a charity stream towards Christmas may not be a bad idea. I might just do that in general, without the going bald part.
Oh, but that takes the fun out of it.
Okay, do you have any other suggestions what I would do besides going bald?
It's actually a good question. I'm gonna have to get back to you on that.
Okay, chat, what should I do? If I would do a charity stream and we reach a certain goal, what are things I would do that don't involve shaving my eyebrows or my head? Dye your hair BSBL colors. That's
not a bad idea, actually. Who said that?
That lowers cat. I don't think I'm gonna be dyeing my hair, but I will admit that's better than going bald. That's a better suggestion.
Actually, I prefer that because I do value your hair and just a little bit.
We will take a quick break from talking about shaving my head. We gotta finish the cover. We have VD out front. Bloxy Boy. Now here comes his teammate, Genius Puppy. Contact everywhere. Burgeon for Volvo Jr. in a great position. He pushes Bloxy Boy out front with Pigment. He moves him off to the side. Pigment with a run. UPNC at the last second, but it's not enough. Genius Puppy gets another win on the season. UPNC second. Third is Bloxy Boy. That's a Volvo Junior. My bad. And the other Volvo Junior finishes right behind him in fourth. Monster Jam fifth. Sixth VD. Seventh God's Account. Eighth NASCAR Nut. And Drift gets ninth. We did not have our 10th finisher. Don't know where he went. But we did not get a 10th finisher. And
I'll tell you what, though. Great race from start to finish. I thought it was clean all the way through. Nice, clean finish. I thought it was great.
It seemed like a pretty alright ending. I didn't see anything that looked too egregious there. I hope that holds true. You guys behave throughout the rest of the day.
I don't know. These juniors can get really, really chaotic at times. So we'll see.
Going to nighttime Alabama racing. This track actually looks really nice at night. I'm somewhat looking forward to this. Okay, what else did chat say? I actually got some suggestions. Get a kitten from a shelter. My family is allergic to cats, or that wouldn't be a horrible idea. Get a mohawk. That is worse, I think, than shaving my head.
What? How would you get a mohawk and then dye it the BSBL colors?
That's so much worse. I would
so much
actually
better. I
rather
don't know what
shave
you're
my head
talking
than
about.
do that. I would rather shave my head than do that. Buy all the products that are actual teams. I think you have to specify that a little bit clearer. Eat chicken bake
So
for
if
eat chicken bake for every new donator. Okay, that's not a bad idea.
honestly, I would help you with that.
I have to eat something for charity. Okay, that's not a horrible idea. We can
Also,
do some little lines of
what they
that.
meant by buy the products, for example, I race for Liquid Death. You have to buy Liquid Death, and Voki's a sponsor of RC Cola. You probably have to buy an RC Cola.
Now, it would be a charity stream, and I know most of you guys are teenagers. Some of you are young adults, like me, right around early 20s, late teens. Some of you are even in your mid-teens. Not sure that there would be too much money that would go to the charity stream, so most of that would probably just be going back into me buying products. So, it needed to be somewhat inexpensive. Something under $15. $20 to $15.
I'm sure we can all think of something.
Probably. If we all put our minds together. But no, actually having a charity stream during Christmas is not a bad idea. I don't know how many of you would actually donate, but I'd have a baseline for it. Doesn't have to be BSBL either. I could just play games. Or I could play games on Roblox, play other games. Do Group Among Us on Twitch. Anything. It could literally be anything. I'll see
Absolutely.
if I can make a poll later. The frog is moving. Oh my gosh. It's alive.
Oh wow,
It's gone. No, it's back. And now it's flying. That's actually horrifying.
yeah, that looks like something out of Gary's mod right there.
Because it's actually so dark outside, it makes it even more creepy.
Like, I mean, if you walked outside in the pitch black of night and you saw a flying rainbow frog head, yeah, I think I would be horrified.
I mean, I definitely would be.
Oh wow, I don't think the head's supposed to do that.
No, it's not. Well, this is Duos 1B. We're waiting for more cars to join. We only have 6 drivers. Is that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 7. We have 7 drivers. We just had an 8th join. Waiting on them, and countdown should be underway pretty soon. Live stream me brushing my teeth. That wouldn't last too long.
Yeah, that'd be a good 2 minutes. But I mean, it's something, right?
It is something. That's true. I feel like we could probably do something better, however. 15-second countdown. Do we really have everybody? We have 9 drivers only. Maybe 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, we only have 9. So maybe another driver confirmed they would not make it for their team. We're green flag off duos 1B. Welcome everybody back from the ad break. For those of you who did get an ad, you really didn't miss much. We just started. Green flag at Alabama as the sun is rising. This actually looks really nice. Like this atmosphere going. I wish we raced that.
I don't see it too often, but one thing I do like more than nighttime races, honestly, is a race during sunrise. They barely happen. They normally happen with, oh, we got a wreck.
Wally West gets into the wall, and he's going to fall to the rear of the field. Gathers it back up.
Yeah, as I was saying, you don't normally see sunrise races sometimes. Normally they happen with endurance racing, maybe EMSA or a World Endurance Championship.
Sunrise races are very rare. You're right. That's a very good point. It's always sunset. Sunrise is only like, yeah, the lawn endurance races. G-Man trying to fight back for the lead against Lambe. I believe that's Lambe. Yes, it is. In the 16 for Verizon. And the points on the left are not updated as of yesterday. They're updated as of last week, and those are without penalties. So those are pretty outdated. But we'll probably have the points either later today or sometime tomorrow afternoon. It'll be without penalties. We're trying to get points out before penalties because penalties have been just taking way too long, and we don't like waiting like 3 to 4 days to release points and everything. So we're trying to release points sooner and then just get the penalties whenever we can. Give you guys a general sense of how you did over the weekend. Prevent everybody from waiting until almost the next week before they get their points.
Absolutely, and I really respect and support that decision as well. It's going to give the teams an estimate, maybe a rough estimate, but a good estimate on where they're at in the standings and what happens if they do get penalties, if they get compensation. I think it's a really nice change.
Alabama, my second favorite track. We are approaching halfway. The teams in this duos race, so I slowly get to the link, is Smirnoff, Microsoft, Society, Verizon, and Mercedes. Who's going to go down pit lane as we approach the second pit lane of this map? It just looks like one driver. A few fake outs. I think that's G-Man who went down pit lane. Here's Mr. Dinosaur. This is the owner of Society. In a fairly new paint scheme, you usually see him in the Guns N' Roses number 13. Decided to update it. More of a sports car feel.
Yeah, I was about to say, it gives it kind of that Nissan vibe, but like we see in the Cup Series with their schemes.
Yeah, sort of that like rally car, sports car feel. Got the blotches with the Society. Not bad. I like both that one and the Guns N' Roses. Is the grass not slow you down here?
Some grass does, some grass does not.
This one doesn't look like it does. They can just race in the grass without any penalty. That's actually kind of funny. Looks to be about a 3 to 4 car battle for the lead right now. Mr. Dinosaur, just got done talking about him. He currently holds the top spot. But his teammate, NR Poly, looking for the lead. G-Man also with a run. He takes the top spot now. As it's still a 4-car battle for the lead. We are approaching the end of this map.
Yeah, normally right here is where you're going to see some drivers maybe start to slow down a little bit. And as I say that, here we go.
And our Poly and Lambe decide not to slow down. They are leading this field. They are going to try and play defense.
Which we've seen work. We have seen that work before at this track around once or twice this season. See if they can do it again.
Yeah, out of all the tracks that defensive works, I've got to say this one is probably one of the best. I don't know why. Maybe it's just optics or how people judge the draft at the end. But they're going to have to really play their best defensive game here because here comes everybody behind them. T-Draft gives a push, and our Poly through the middle. Lambe still with the lead, but late run from Apple. Apple's going to take the win for Verizon. Hype Blocks gets second. Third is Poly. Fourth, Lambe. Fifth, Let's Go. Sixth, G-Man. Seventh, Wally. Eighth, Dinosaur. And then Thunder and Now gets the last points paying position in ninth.
Ooh, Lambe was close. He was so close. I thought he perfected a few blocks, but just Apple was such a bigger run on the outside. He can't defend that.
Yeah, I actually don't think, I don't really think Lambe could have done anything more at the end than he did. I agree with you.
Yeah, he made some really good blocks,
Yeah, I feel like the
but
blocks
couldn't
were
block them all.
quite well timed. It just didn't. I deleted the Verizon win. I believe it just really couldn't do much outside of that. Feel like he did everything he could, just didn't work out at the end. So, congrats to the Verizon driver, A2W Apple, getting the win in the first Duos B bracket race. BSBL Twitch, do you earn a lot from the ads? Over time, yes. It's not usually too much. I was very curious on how much I would earn because I've tried to research it, and I got a lot of different answers. But typically from one race day with the ads, like a junior series race or a cup series race, it's right around $1 that you earn per race, roughly. So by the end of the season, with some subs and some fluctuating with the prize amounts or the ad revenue inflow, hopefully we'll earn between $40 and $50 by the end of the season. You have to have $50 before you can withdraw your first what would you call it? What would it be called, Noel?
Withdraw your first payment
Yeah,
almost.
payment. That's a word. We can use that. Withdraw your first payment, need $50, which we may hit at the end of the season. It's gonna be really close. It's gonna be between 40 and 50. But yeah, all of that will go right back into the league, and I do have an idea of what I want to use it on, and I think you guys might like it. I did a poll on it quite a while ago. Been doing some research, and I think you guys will enjoy it.
Sounds scary, actually.
Oh, it is. I got a rough idea of what I'm gonna do. We'll see if it comes. We'll see if it comes true though. Junior stands are close right now. Are points being updated live? Do we know if that's happening? I don't see any points that are being updated live, from my perspective. But if we are looking at the team standings on the left, that is not including yesterday and not including last week's penalties. But regardless, they are still pretty close. They are first through ninth is separated by less than 100 points, that's pretty close, pretty much halfway through the season. First through ninth is less than 100 points apart. It's
Very close.
gonna be a bit different after this weekend, but still. So the
Here we go.
standings.
2 seconds, Mighty.
Green flag underway again. Oh, we have a wreck at the start. That is, I think that was UPNC, the auto sport driver, and the frog is here. Oh my gosh, he's moving up through the pack.
Oh, what a run!
The
He's going
frog
to the
is
lead.
taking the lead. He has got nitrous. I don't think he's not even a car. It's just a frog head. There he goes. He's taking the lead.
Oh, what a run! What? Wow!
Absolutely fantastic. Oh, he's going up the ramp in the tube.
I was gonna come back down, and he's gonna cross them all over. He's gonna try and take the lead, but he's going backwards now. He's not gaining any spots.
Now back to the actual race. We have Skoda in the lead. Getting help from his teammate. And also 2 United Autosports on the side. Now it's Silly Goose and UPNC. VD now through the middle. And they are...
All right, this is our second time here. Our first race was very tame, very calm. Do you think it's going to be the same this time around?
I think it'll be a little bit more action. I think it'll be a little more chaotic. But other than that, I feel like we're also in for a pretty calm race. Usually Saltwater Speedway is a relatively tame race for the most part, especially with
And
less
on top of that, it's also
drivers.
very lawn. It's a very lawn track.
It is a very long track. This is the second Duos A bracket race. We just got 2 more races after this, and then we will get through with the race day. Actually going by quite quickly.
Yeah, not many accidents. They've been, as we said, very tame. I'm quite impressed with all these drivers.
Surprisingly, it has been pretty tame. Hopefully, we can keep that up for the last few races of the day.
As I say that, they're making contact all over the place.
We have a wreck in the back. I think that's
Is that
Genius
that
Puppy.
puppy?
It is Puppy. Falls to the rear. 6-car battle for the lead. Skoda, Napa, and United Autosports. Pigment and Volvo just kind of hanging around in the back. Lead changing hands quite rapidly. It's currently now held by Skoda, who holds the top 2 spots. But here comes Bergen with a huge push from NASCAR Nut. He now goes to the lead.
Yeah, before in the first race, they were just laying back, not taking runs. This time, they're taking all the runs. They are forcing themselves to the lead, make it 3 and 4 wide even.
Just as I kind of thought, the aggression has picked up, though nothing crazy so far. Haven't had anything in the form of a major wreck. We have a 5-car breakaway. My bad, 6-car breakaway for the lead. It's still Skoda, Napa, and United Autosports. So they seem to be the most aggressive out of the teams here. Looks like Pigment and Volvo Jr. kind of hanging around the back of the pack. Haven't seen too much of Bergen, and also not Driftstick and Bloxy Boy. They've been hanging around the back of the pack this entire race. And I like
The
that.
smart call. The smart
I like
call.
that move. Try and avoid any wrecks that may occur, as these 3 teams are still battling it out. United Autosports and Skoda, the most aggressive.
Wow, every run they take.
As the sun sets again, we're going to get some advanced darkness here. Oh,
Oh, he's getting
UPNC
turned.
almost
Good
turned
save.
around.
I think Durag spared him there.
But it is still Skoda who leads this race. VD in the 66. UPNC trying to find a way around him. Looks left, nothing there. Looks right. VD trying to block very aggressively. Get to the side.
He was trying to juke him out there. I mean, in basketball, you use the term break his ankles, but he was trying to break his toe links right there.
Durag for Napa now takes the lead. VD still looking for the top spot. If I had to say something, it's probably been UPNC and VD. I don't know why Voki and Krapats are saying backpack. Back in the pack? Here's the rear of the field with Bergen in 10th. As we
Well,
are...
whoever's back in the pack, they need to go to the front. We're coming to the end.
I'm going to stay on Bergen here. I feel like he's in a pretty good position. I like where he's at. About 5% of this race left. Him and his teammate Bloxy Boy, both the Volvo Juniors, in very good spots right now. They need to go. Here it is. Here's the run from Bergen. Napa and Skoda in the lead. Huge contact out front. UPNC gives Bergen a push. 4 wide for second. Genius Puppy with the lead. He's going to steal it from the Napa driver, NASCAR Nut. And Genius Puppy, a second win on the day. NASCAR Nut second. Third, Driftstick. Fourth, UPNC. Fifth, Silly Goose.
I'd say it got a little messy there at the end there.
There was quite a bit of contact. I don't think there was any wrecks from what I could tell.
Yeah, it just seemed like a lot of contact there and there. But good win for Genius Puppy. Second of the day. Should be really proud of that one.
That'll be a second win for Pigment also. So we're heading to Daytona for the last duos race of the weekend for the Junior Series.
I'll tell you, you don't normally see Daytona being ran in BSBL too much anymore.
It's quite a rare occasion when we do hit Daytona, along with Talladega. The 2 original BBR tracks are not ran too much anymore. So we have 2 more races, duos 2B, and then solos 3, and that will wrap up the Junior Series weekend. In this duos race, we will have Smirnoff, Microsoft, Society, Verizon, and Mercedes. Some of you will be taking a quick ad break, and we will be right back in 1 minute. And then some of you stick around. There's only ads up here for some of the viewers that are watching. So we'll take a look at the schemes in the meantime. Hype blocks. And is AES K9 52. What is the AES K9?
If I had to assume, maybe a canine training program, maybe. I'm just assuming here.
AES K9 has been serving the local metropolitan area since 2020. We begin by assisting those in our neighborhood with pet sit-in and dog walking. All right, so it is a pet assistance and dog walking company.
Good for them.
Drift the Clown with the Mountain Dew #2. Used to seeing Scrimmy in the orange. A2 Apple with the Verizon the 10 being extremely bright on his car.
Blindingly bright.
Wally West in his Wrangler #12. Sword in his 007 James Bond Society themed car. GX Pro for Microsoft. Tiny Meg for Smirnoff. And that is all the drivers that have joined this race. We only have 7. We are waiting on 3 others.
From all these schemes, which one do you think is your favorite? I think it's a tough competition.
So G-Man has just said that Mercedes has no racers left.
Oh.
That is going to hurt them in the team standing significantly because they are not only going to miss out on this duos race, but they will also miss out on the last solos race of the day. So we will not have Mercedes in this race.
I mean, for sure it's going to hurt them. I mean, I think it hurts teams bad enough that, sometimes they miss like 1 or 2 drivers in a race, maybe missing a few. They're not going to have any drivers for 2 whole races. That's very tough loss.
It'll be both the Mercedes that will be not here in this race. And it looks like we're missing 1 Verizon as well. So 1 Verizon and 1 Mercedes. No, I'm sorry. 1 Verizon and both Mercedes are not here. And Mercedes will not show up as they are.
Yeah, and for the other teams, this is a chance to earn some points on them. Try and get a little advantage on them right here. So all those other teams are looking for a good finish to this race.
And I don't really want to say like Mercedes was further down in the team standings because if you're 1st through 9th heading into this weekend, you were within 100 points of the lead. So everybody 1st through 9th was really in a very competitive state. Only team that was struggling and is still struggling is Smirnoff. They're currently in P10 in the standings. But all the way from whether you're Verizon or Skoda, you are still very much in contention to win the championship. Mercedes was 7th heading into this weekend, still with a very solid amount of points. 45-second countdown due to missing 1 Verizon and 2 Mercedes. I think this may be all the drivers we have, so we may have just 7 in this race.
It's going to look like a very different race at a track we don't usually race at with we're no longer active. Yeah, that's just Krabat saying they ran out of drivers there, which again, tough loss for Mercedes. That's going to hurt them in the team standings.
15 seconds until we're doing some nighttime Daytona racing. 1 Verizon, 2 Society, 2 Smirnoff, and 2 Microsoft. Hypeblocks has despawned his car. As we have Jay, that's Lambe who joined for Verizon. We may actually get 2 Verizons after all. Green flag underway at Daytona. 5 cars off the gate pretty quickly. Everybody else lagging behind a little bit.
Also, one more thing you have to watch out for with this racetrack. I know we don't usually race here. Is that catch fence? It is shorter than most tracks. Beyond that catch fence, there's no invisible wall. You can fly over that quite easily.
With less cars, it should be pretty easy to stay on the track, but we've seen sillier things happen. Here's Lambe. This is the 8th car. Oh gosh, the frog.
We got he got a little push from the frog as he is flying through the field. Wow, he must be going 600.
And the frog goes through the pack and he takes the lead. But we have all drivers besides the 2 Mercedes. We will not have Mercedes racing for the rest of the day.
Yeah, someone needs to check that frog in the post race. I think he's something illegals going on there.
There's a lot of illegal going on with that. Tiny Meg for Smirnoff. Desperately needing a good race here. Because again, the last place in the Junior Series team standings at the end of the season is eliminated. And they are almost 100 points behind 9th. And actually, I will give you guys a little sneak peek here. I am looking at the Junior Series team standings without penalties. Smirnoff has actually lost ground on 9th. So they are, as of yesterday, Smirnoff is now reached over 100 points behind 9th. So they had a net negative yesterday. So they're desperately needing a good finish here as we go 5 wide temporarily for the lead. All right, so Noel.
How about 6 wide, maybe, for the lead?
6 wide for the lead. You can do it at this track. It's wide enough. No, I'm expecting a fairly tame race until the end. Usually Daytona is, especially with missing 2 cars. So no, what do you, if you're Smirnoff, when do you hit the panic button? We are currently, this is race day number 8 of the season. We have 15 race days in the season. So we are officially past the halfway point in the season. If you're Smirnoff, 100 points behind 9th and are in risk of elimination, when do you start to worry and when do you hit the panic button?
Now.
Now.
I mean, you never want to fight from behind. No matter the sport, no matter the motorsport, never want to fight from behind. I would do everything in my power to maximize finishing position, getting as many points as possible, trying to narrow that margin between themselves and 9th. Because, if you don't do it soon enough, I mean, you're going to enter the final race day several points, maybe even hundreds of points behind 9th or the next car. I mean, next team rather, and you don't want to do that. So if you told me when to hit the panic button, you hit it now. Sorry for my stutter. You got to hit the panic button now.
PM Raptor didn't Smirnoff win yesterday. I believe they got 1 win, yes, but overall yesterday their other points finishes were not up to par, and they had a net negative, and they were below 100 points behind 9th. Though Canoe said, Canoe, who is the owner of Smirnoff, said we already did, Mighty. We produced 4 podiums today. That'll definitely help in the standings. 4 podiums. Let me just see if I can find any of those podiums.
If so, that tells me they already hit the panic button.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so let's go for the first race. He got 3rd. That was a Smirnoff driver. Solo's number 2. I do not see a podium there. Duos B. They had, I think it was. Actually, I didn't see anybody else get a podium. Maybe I'm missing somebody. Okay, so Canoe is right now says only 90 points behind. All right, that's a gain. As long as you guys can chip away at Skoda ever so slowly on that 9th place team, you're heading in the right direction. But we are.
Yeah, any positive is a good positive. I mean, even if it is 90 points, it's magnet glitch there with Lambe and Sword.
When does the Ultimate Drivers Challenge start? That'll start with 5 race days left to go. So I do believe next week will be the last chance to qualify. I will have the Ultimate Drivers Challenge standings out sometime either today or tomorrow. Let me just double confirm that. Okay, so this is week 4. Okay, week 5 will be the last week to qualify for it. So next week will be it.
So coming to the end here, we got 2 of the Verizon drivers up in 1st and 2nd.
And then also Drift for Society. These 3 drivers trying to hold off the pack. That'll be charging behind them. But again, this is less racers than we normally have. We do not have both the Mercedes. So I actually am not totally against trying to fight up further towards the front.
Yeah, less drivers, less slipstream. So this is not a bad call for the Verizon drivers.
Sword, brake checks, the 2 of drift. We have both the Verizons. They may hook up here. Lambe looking to the right side. Anybody's race, 3 wide, drift with the lead. But does anybody have anything for him at the last second? No. He finishes just ahead of Sword. So that is going to be a Society 1-2 finish. Hype Blocks 3rd, Wally West 4th, 5th GX Pro, 6th Lambe, 7th Apple, 8th Tiny Meg, and Mercedes will not finish. They did not start, and they will not finish this race.
We were talking about the mighty Smirnoff, P8 of 8. Not what they wanted to see.
Not at all. It was Wally West got 4th, and Tiny got 8th. So not the best showing for them, but they got another chance to get some points on the board. The last chance of the weekend in solos number 3. Congrats to the Society 1-2 finish. Seen that a few times this season. Society's worked their way up in the team standings to 5th. And I will do a little I'll do a little sneak peek here. Where is Society currently in the standings? All right, just to show you how close it is. Society heading into today is only 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They are only 15 points behind the lead. So that is actually very possible with Society's 1-2 finish there that they could have taken the driver the team points lead. And we've decided to activate Disco because I guess why not?
Woohoo! I've said it before. I'm gonna say it again. We should have this for. Oh, it's off now. But I was gonna say we should have it for all the races. Honestly, every race day, we should have it just a party.
How do you qualify for the Ultimate Drivers Challenge? So the top 8 in the Junior Series, the top 8 drivers with the most wins qualify. Cup Series, top 10 drivers with the most wins qualify. Now, for the last 5 race days of the season, amongst the drivers who qualify, their wins reset. And for those last 5 race days, whoever gets the most wins is your Ultimate Drivers Challenge champion. Pretty much like the NASCAR playoffs, if you do watch NASCAR. It's pretty much that, except there's no points on the line. It's completely win-oriented. And there's no rounds. It's just the last 5 race days. Pigment is, again, the top 6 teams are pretty much on top of each other. They are like almost totally on top of each other.
Oh, for sure.
Skoda heading in today was still P9. But they're very close to P8 and P7. So I don't want that to discourage any Skoda drivers because it is very, very close. But to answer your question, they are heading in today. They were P9 in the standings. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars. We are missing 2. I know we will not have a Mercedes. So we're just waiting on one other driver from a team.
And we've had really long maps today. We've had Saltwater Speedway twice. We went to Daytona. But now we're going to Apocalypse. This is the quickest map in BBR. So how do you think this is going to, like, do you think it's going to change the way they drive?
I absolutely think it's going to change the way they drive. It is going to be an extremely quick map. Usually always ramps up the intensity. And it's the last race of the day. Usually it just gets a little more chaotic for the last race of the day. And I think it's going to be no different here. So we have 9 drivers. We are not going to have a Mercedes. So this should be everybody expecting a countdown of either 30 or 15 seconds. There's a 30-second countdown. And we will get underway with the last race of the weekend for the Junior Series. I definitely wouldn't say Skoda sucks. Right now, if you want to say somebody sucks, it's Smirnoff. And I know that team is overall not bad. They were competing. They were like the only team. They were the first one since the since we brought the Junior Series back to actually compete with Volvo Junior. And they were very solid last season. So I don't want anybody to give up on Smirnoff. I'm sorry if
In
it.
the end, they're all very competitive. They're all great drivers. It comes down to luck, really, is the main factor that plays into this.
Sometimes it is a little bit of luck. But welcome back, everybody, from the ad break. We are underway in the last race of the weekend for the Junior Series. Solos number 3 at the quickest map in BBR, Apocalypse. Should be an action-packed race, the most chaotic one of the day, I'm expecting. Currently, it's UPNC in the lead with United Autosports number 3. Bucket with a run with Society. UPNC pulling a very good blocking game. Though hits the wall a little bit. That's going to make him lose the lead as it goes to Mr. Dinosaur. Already past the halfway point.
Like, you could blank and miss half the race. I mean, that was insanely quick.
There's VD from Skoda. Though I think we already have a Skoda in this race. Yes, it's Monster
Yeah,
Jam.
just like that, they're already backing up for a run.
The end is right there. You can see it in the distance. Only about 20 or so seconds away from ending this race. Who is out
We said it
front?
last race. Less drivers, less slipstream. Do you think they can reach them?
I don't know. That's going to be actually really close. Not sure if they can. Oh, Society and Bucket making contact. They both hit the wall.
That's not what they wanted.
Society pushes Bucket in the wall. Does Bucket have a last second run to get to Society? But here comes Smirnoff. Bucket to the side. Push from Smirnoff, and it's going to be another Society win. Mr. Dinosaur wins again for his team. They sweep the last 2 races of the weekend. SBTC for Smirnoff. Great finish for them. They get second. Third is Bucket. Fourth, GX Pro. Fifth, Apple. 6th, UPNC. 7th, Monster Jam. 8th, Prophecy. And Raptor. Last points paying position in 9th. And Mercedes does not race.
I tell you, Society is picking them up and putting them down. Was that their 3rd race win of the day?
I believe it might have been their 3rd. I think it was their 2nd overall.
2nd or 3rd, either way, very impressive by Society. And Smirnoff getting 2nd. Well-needed podium for them.
Society really well could have taken the lead with that. And this was a team that was facing elimination last season. Past halfway through the season, and they have made a comeback. Recap the day for the Junior Series. First race of the day, Solos number 1 was won by Microsoft. Mercedes won the 2nd Solos race. Pigment swept their Duos bracket. And in the B bracket, it was won by Verizon and Society. And Society also won the last race of the day. Well, that'll do it for Junior Series this weekend. Thanks, everybody, for watching. I'd like to give one more shout-out to this weekend's sponsor, the VRA World Cup 30,000. Now, the VRA World Cup is coming this December, and it lasts through January. Let me get the proper sponsorship message up here. Make sure you guys are aware of it. The VRA World Cup is an annual road racing event that traditionally spans over 1 week, with races being held on weekdays following Boxing Day. The first World Cup was held in December 2022, meaning that this will be the 3rd World Cup hosted by the VRA League. Here, the teams are made up of nations, states, and regions, so you can sign up for your own country or state. The schedule consists of circuits from around the world, and the cars are Gen 6s built on specialized and incredibly dynamic chassis, which will have brake and turn physics, tire compound strategy, rain physics, and a drag reduction system. If you'd like to join the VRA World Cup, there's an invite link to their Discord server. Coming this December, and it lasts through January. Well, that'll do it. Thanks, Noel, for commentating. I think we'll see you again for the Cup Series commentating.
Absolutely. I'll be there for the Cup Series, and I'll be racing as well in the Cup Series for Liquid Death in the 053. I'm excited for that.
Very nice. We'll see you then. Thanks, everybody, for watching. See you guys next week for another edition of the BSBL Junior Series Season 7.